welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So it's been a while since I've done a comparison video. That's when I take one game from a system and compare it to the same game on a different system. And my buddy Brian from BMK Retro Gaming, he pointed out that I never actually did a video on Burgertime for the Atari 2600. And I thought, that's weird. Like, I thought I did, but you know, now that I think about it, I probably just played it during some of my live streams when I used to do the Atari live streams. Probably that's when I played the game, but because I know I've done the Intellivision version. Anyways, both of them have their own appeal to them and their differences, and you know, it's just going to be a crazy one. Let's actually jump right in. So I'm going to start off with the Atari 2600 version first, and then we'll roll into the Intellivision one after that. Okay, so we got the Atari 2600 version booted up now. At first glance, you're looking at what does resemble the original level design of the arcade version, which is nice, and but everything else kind of is a little bit off. I guess I should be playing this instead of just staring at the screen, but let's give it a whirl. Whoa! Okay, so that's the pepper there, I guess. So the first thing is all the ingredients look the same. They all look like buns. They look like the top bun or a middle bun. But I mean, I guess there was some reasoning behind it. Maybe it just was. It would have been a lot more programming to try and make the pieces look right. I mean, they do look right when they hit the bottom there. Like you can see now, there's it looks like some lettuce and I don't know if that's a burger patty or a tomato, but you can see it gets colorful at the bottom there. So they're able to do that much. It just perhaps it would have required more RAM or something, and they just couldn't do it. I mean, it's a small thing. I think it's okay. The enemies don't really look like much. The weenie guy does look like, he looks like himself. But I don't know what this thing is that's chasing me right now. It looks like a yellow line, so I'm assuming it's like a pickle or something. And I think that white square is supposed to be the egg. What's that? Something just appeared there. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna get that though. Oh! But I would say that my biggest issue with this game is the speed. Peter Pepper moves really slow. He moves like a slug almost. The whole game is actually pretty slow. I don't know again if that's like a programming issue or if they maybe they wanted it to be this slow. Maybe they figured it might be too hard if it was faster. I don't know. I'm not sure what the explanation is. Oh, did I just get him? It's pretty rough there on that pepper. Oh, get this bun. Let's do it. It does have, some pretty decent sound. You can make out the music, which is good. All the sound effects are there. So they did okay with the music and the sound. And, you do have a soundtrack throughout the game, which wasn't that... It wasn't really that common in a lot of the games back then to have a musical soundtrack going throughout the whole game. I believe I'm dead. Let's try and start this again. Alright. I'm never very good at this version. I don't know. I don't know if it's the speed or what, but I just have this one is a little bit harder for me to play. Come on, move. No! That red square was coming after me. I don't know what the red square is either. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. Perhaps a tomato, or I don't know what. I mean, usually you have there's the egg and there's the sausage guys or the weenies and there's a pickle. See if I can at least make it to the second level. Again, I've never really been that good at this version. Let's go, Peter. Peter himself doesn't look too bad. You can make it out. He looks like a chef. He's all white, but, which I think is kind of odd because I don't think it was that difficult to make the sprite have some color to it. Again, though, with the burger pieces being all the same color, you know, I think they could have at least just changed the color scheme on some of them. Oh, I just got killed by that stick. I think it's a stick. I'm gonna call it a stick. No, it's probably a pickle. I don't know. Oh, this is the fun with the Atari graphics, though. You get to make up whatever you want. Call them whatever you want. The pepper never seems to work for me. Okay, that weenie guy's coming out. Okay, no, he decided to bail. That's good. See if I could at least pass this level. I'm not even sure if I've ever made it past the second level. You guys stay over there while I complete the game, please. And thank you. Oh, look how slow that's going. Yeah, sound effects. Okay, there we go. So this level, I don't know if I ever really completed this level before or not. Probably have it maybe once. It's a pretty big level. There's a lot going on here. See if I could wait and let them go down with the bun. Let's go. Come on, come on. There they go. That's how you're supposed to play the game. Oh, you just spawned right on top of me. That's evil. Oh, I think I'm dead again. Oh no. Okay, so now we got the Burgertime for the Intellivision up. So right off the bat, there's a title screen. So the Atari one didn't have a title screen. You know, that was also a common thing back then. A lot of Atari games just literally started on the first screen of the game. Whereas this, it actually gives you a nice, fun, colorful title screen. You see all the characters running around. The characters look nice. You could tell that that's an egg. You could tell that that's a weenie and a pickle down there. And you got the ketchup and the fries. So it's pretty cool. 1982 Mattel. I think the Atari one was 83, if I'm not mistaken. And let's get to playing. There we go. And we want one player. Love the sound effects in this game. The song is awesome. Really sounds like the game. So right off the bat, you could tell that the level design is completely different. It's one thing that sets it apart is that it doesn't look like the arcade version. However, it still plays and feels like Burgertime. So, I don't know what the reasoning. Maybe they just thought that it would have been a little bit tricky to replicate the original levels. I don't know. There is an Intellivision hack version that I've played on my channel before, where someone went and made a whole bunch of new levels, which was pretty fun. Because this one does have quite a few levels, and and then it loops back to this level again. So you can see that this game is a lot easier, and that might be some people's problem with it, is that I often hear that on a lot of Intellivision games being too easy, versus like say the Atari, which always gave you more of a challenge. Now I don't know if that was done intentional. I don't know if it was because maybe back in the day they thought the games need to be fun, like the Intellivision was made for family, and it shouldn't be difficult to play the games. But I don't know if that's the case or not. Whoa. One little fun fact that I didn't learn until I started actually programming, and I think I was reading in the Intellivision forum, somebody was asking about this game, and I didn't realize that the sprite that's used for the pepper is the same sprite that's used for the yolk of the egg. So whenever you use your pepper, you'll notice that the egg yolk will disappear. We'll do it right now. So I'm going to use the pepper, and then you'll see the yellow just disappears. it's a small detail, something I never even noticed. Because like the Intellivision has a sprite limitation of 8 sprites. So if you have more than 8 characters that need to be animated, you need to do some kind of tricks. You need to, maybe skimp out on some detail. And so that was pretty clever of them to just, remove that tiny little thing. And it's barely noticeable. Like until someone pointed that out, I had no idea that happened. So now we're on level 3. So again, it's a much easier, simpler game, but all the graphics are really nice. I love the look of the burgers. The enemies look really nice. Everything, it's displayed a lot better. I think this is one of the better versions of Burgertime out there. I grew up with this one, but I also played the Commodore 64 version of this game, and it's slow too. I don't like it. So I think, as much as they've made some changes to make this one a little bit more unique, I think this one's a lot more fun. And of course there was a sequel that only was put out for the Intellivision, that I believe, called Diner. And I played that game a long time ago. But it's nothing like this. It's not even remotely like this. It's not Burgertime at all. It's just the same character, Peter Pepper. Give me some pepper. There you go. See down in the bottom left there, it says P3, so I got 3 peppers. So far I'm not needing it. You can see the chef is nice looking too. He's got the big stomach, got the colorful face. He's not all one single color. I think that's when I was like looking at the different sprites going, how did they do this? Because you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 weenies, which are all 1 sprite each. The egg has to be 2 sprites because he's got the yellow in him. And then Peter Pepper, he's at least 2 sprites. So there's all your sprites. But ultimately, I think this is like one of the best Burgertimes out there. Ouch. Okay, well, there you have it. The Atari 2600 version versus the Intellivision. Obviously, we have to give the Atari 2600 a little bit of, leeway on it doesn't have the graphic capabilities of the Intellivision to that extent. But there are some actual pretty decent graphic-looking games on the Atari 2600. We have seen them. But we're talking about back in 1982, 82, 83, when hardware was expensive, cartridges were expensive, and programmers were probably given very little time to do a lot. So we have to have some respect for that. Like I said, the skill level, if you're like a game that's difficult, if you like the skill, you're definitely going to like the Atari one a little bit better, because it's, for me at least, it's a lot more harder. You saw that I barely could get past onto level 2, whereas on the Intellivision one I was already on level 3. And if I was actually playing a little bit better, trying a little bit better, I could have probably made it much further. As far as, the graphics obviously wins on the Intellivision. A lot of times it does. The Intellivision was a 16-bit system, right? So we have to be a little bit, I can't just always say the Intellivision one always wins. But the gameplay was a lot more simple. And you might not like that. You might not like the simple the simple gameplay. You might like that challenge. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the two games. Let me know what you think. Do you like either version, or do you like a different version? This game was ported onto several systems. Pretty much every console had Burgertime, I think. It was ported probably as much as Frogger. So you might have played it on something else, like ColecoVision or the Nintendo or something. Anyways, let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. Always like to hear what you have to say. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.